Hey, so how is this Viltrox 13mm f1.4 for Fuji X-mount? I thought I would start this video showing you some samples and examples of real-life usage, straight out of the camera, classic chrome. Here they are. In this next series of photographs, I'm going to show you different apertures so you can compare the depth of field, the sharpness, the bokeh, and so on. Here you go. As of right now, Fuji only has a few lenses that have 13mm. That is the 8-16 and the 10-24. There's also a 14mm f2.8. That lens is an older lens that was released back in 2012. So for the sake of this review, I'm going to use the lens that I use the most for wide-angle shots, that is the 10-24, so I can show you the difference between the two in a lot of cases. In this case, I want to show you the difference of aperture if you use these two lenses side by side, one at 10mm, the other one at 13mm, so you have an idea as to how the depth of field looks. And since we're comparing the 10-24 to the 13mm from Viltrox, I'm going to show you a few photos that I took of the office using the two so that you have an idea for real estate how they would look. What I did is I shot the Fujinon lens at 10mm and the Viltrox at 13. So you have a better understanding as to which is best for you if you actually need to have 10mm or if you can just go with this Viltrox 13mm for your real estate job. Here you go. And now the specs. So this is a wide angle lens. It is a 20mm full frame equivalent, so you will get a lot of stuff in your photo. It has autofocus. That's great if you want to use it for video, or if you want to simply use it for photography and you don't want to have to manually focus. This can be used for landscape, for stars photography, for real estate, for nature, for pretty much anything you want to. I did not take photos of the stars because everything is very much overcast right now and covered because we're in winter here in Switzerland. So I haven't had a chance, but I will do so as soon as possible because with an aperture of f1.4, it is very much worth it. It measures 90mm long and 74mm wide, with a filter thread of 67mm. The maximum aperture is f1.4, so you're gonna have a very shallow depth of field and a lot of light that's gonna come through. And the minimum aperture is f16, and it has 9 aperture blades. It does have an aperture ring, and that is a very good news, because usually third-party manufacturers don't include the aperture ring with their lenses. That is something that I love to have. It's a feature that can almost be a deal breaker for me, because having to go into menus or flipping dials or whatever is not something I like to do. And the other thing is that it has clicks. So you will be able to change exactly the aperture where you want it to be. So let me know, by the way, in the comment section below, do you like this feature? Is it something you never use? Is it something you like to have or not? I'm actually curious. The minimum focusing distance is 22 centimeters from your subject. That is pretty close, and you're gonna have some interesting effects since this is such a wide-angle lens. It weighs 420 grams as compared to 235 grams for the Fujinon 14mm f2.8. So yes, it is 200 grams more, but it is also true that you're gaining a couple stops of light. And if you wanted to compare it to the Fujinon 10-24mm f4 that weighs 402 grams, you can see that it is not a huge difference between these two, and honestly, I can't tell the difference of weight. It is priced at around $420, which is a good price considering all the things and the features that they're giving you and the image quality that you get out of this lens. They included a metal hood. I thought to mention this because I think it's important. That's not only something that's useful to stop light from coming into your lens, but it is also very useful to avoid your lens from getting destroyed. If you bump it into a wall or if it falls down, it will protect the front of your lens as much as possible. So having it made of metal is an extra reassurance. If you're still with me at this point of the video and you like the content, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Take care and keep shooting. Cheers.